The Indiana Fever were handed the biggest gift the WNBA has seen in years, and somehow they might already be messing it up. Before the season has even tipped off, this team has gone from being the center of a basketball revolution to the center of a full-blown controversy. And the craziest part? It didn't take a losing streak. It didn't take a playoff collapse. It happened before a single meaningful game was played. Because now, fans are starting to ask a question nobody expected this early. Did the Fever already fumble Caitlin Clark? And that's where everything starts to unravel. Caitlin Clark didn't just enter the league as another rookie. She flipped the entire WNBA upside down overnight. Ticket prices exploded. Arenas started selling out. TV ratings surged. Suddenly, games that used to fly under the radar were becoming national conversations. The Indiana Fever weren't just rebuilding anymore. They became the team everybody was watching. And when that kind of spotlight lands in your lap, the blueprint is simple. You build around it, you maximize it. You don't hesitate. But instead, hesitation is exactly what fans are seeing. And it didn't take long for the first red flag to show up. Because when head coach Stephanie White started talking about Caitlin Clark's role, something felt off. The idea that Clark could play both on-ball and off-ball might sound flexible on paper, but to fans, it sounded like a misunderstanding of what makes her special. This isn't a player you turn into a spot-up shooter. This isn't someone you hide in the corner. Caitlin Clark is the system. She's not a Stephen Curry type running endless off-ball routes. She's closer to a Steve Nash, controlling the game, dictating tempo, breaking defenses apart possession by possession. Take the ball out of her hands, and you're not unlocking versatility. You're limiting her power. And that's when fans started asking, do they really get it? But that was just the beginning. Because the roster decisions made everything even more confusing. The Fever drafted a 6'4" shooter. Exactly the kind of player you need next to a generational playmaker. Size, spacing, versatility, it was a perfect fit on paper. So naturally, fans expected her to be part of the rotation. Instead, she gets placed on a developmental contract, and that's where frustration turned into disbelief. Because that move doesn't just limit her playing time, it opens the door for other teams to eventually take her. So now fans are left asking the obvious question. If you might have to give her a roster spot anyway, why not just do it now? At the same time, the Fever keeps stacking guards, crowding the backcourt, while ignoring the exact weaknesses everyone can see. And now it's not just one decision. It's a pattern. And that's when things started getting uncomfortable. Because this isn't happening in silence anymore. The front office, including Lynn Dunn, was supposed to bring stability, oversight, direction. Instead, fans are seeing cryptic responses, defensive comments, and a growing disconnect between the organization and the people supporting it. Even players like Erica Wheeler have pushed back at fans publicly, and now trust is starting to crack. Because when fans stop trusting the direction, everything changes. And that's exactly what's happening right now. This isn't just frustration anymore, it's action. Fans are openly talking about canceling tickets, canceling travel plans, backing out of hotel bookings they made months ago just to watch Caitlin Clark play. And the message behind it is getting louder every day. If she leaves, we leave too. It sounds dramatic, but it's not unrealistic. We've seen this before in sports. Superstar players don't just carry teams, they carry entire fan bases with them. And Caitlin Clark might be one of the most powerful examples of that we've ever seen in women's basketball, which makes what's happening even more dangerous. Because now, it's not just about basketball decisions. It's about control. And right now, it feels like the Fever are losing it. Even inside the fan base, tension is starting to grow. Players like Aliyah Boston, who have done nothing wrong, are getting caught in the middle of the noise. New additions are being judged before they even step on the court. And suddenly, what should have been a unified Rising team feels divided before the season even begins. That's not just bad optics. That's a warning sign. Because underneath all of this, there's a bigger issue nobody can ignore anymore. The Indiana Fever don't seem to know what they want to be. They're acting like a team still experimenting, still searching, still unsure, but you don't get that luxury anymore. Not when you have a player like Caitlin Clark. In professional sports, the middle ground doesn't work. You either commit to building around your star, or you waste the opportunity completely, and right now,